Monthly horoscopes. Before going into it, only 4% of you are actually subscribed, so if you end up this video useful, please subscribe. It's free and you can always change your mind. Gemini Monthly Horoscope for May 2021. Gemini Health Horoscope. This is a helpful month, during which good fortune will bless you with good health. You only have to make some minor readjustments to remain in the pink of health. The most important of these is to chalk out a schedule of activity so that you do not overexert yourself. Undue strain on your physical and mental resources would not be congenial for your system at all. Also, since your health would be determined to a large extent by the nature of your general surroundings, you must avoid unpleasant places and people. This you will be able to do quite easily in a favorable month. This apart, you have an excellent month. Gemini Finance Forecast. The configuration of stars facing you is none too favorable, and so are the prospects for your financial advancement. There is a distinct possibility that some of you would be influenced by a mean streak that would goad you on to exploit your workers, juniors, or even people below you in the social strata for your personal advantage. This would be met with stiff resistance and turn into an extremely unpleasant situation. Curb such tendencies. Artists should make provisions for the rainy day, since they might face a banned period. Even otherwise, the climate would not be congenial for investment and the launching of new ventures. These could easily get stuck. Gemini Career and Profession Predictions. There is very little of a congenial nature for your professional prospects in the augury from the stars this month. You would have to work very hard, and what is more, feel the burden of work. Nothing interesting is likely to happen. And to compound your woes, with all this effort there would be little likelihood of realizing expected gains. There is some consolation in the fact that association with several gifted people of learning would bring some marginal material gains, and a fair degree of mental satisfaction. A small quantity of travel would bear some fruit. The most advantageous direction would be west. Gemini Education Horoscope. Nothing particularly beneficial about the augury from the stars, insofar as your educational prospects are concerned. Most of you would find yourself struggling quite a bit to get to your objectives. Those going in for higher studies would face a particularly difficult period. They should, therefore, remain patient and not give up in the face of difficulties. Those appearing for competitive examinations should go in for extra coaching, since under the circumstances, this could well be the deciding factor for success. Those pursuing accountancy, journalism, and other forms of mass communications would also face a rough time. Gemini Travel Forecast. Apart from travel, this month brings gain and pleasure. This would also enrich you, both in terms of learning and contacts as well as in terms of material benefits, since the stars are quite favorably placed. Those undertaking any trip abroad would find that their objectives are more than fulfilled. In fact, those make one during the coming month, should do so since the time is propitious for such a venture. There would also be a great deal of travel within the country. This would also be quite beneficial, with the most favorable direction being north. Gemini Family Prospects. A trying time for your family with practically nothing going right for them, since the stellar influences are all quite negative. Apart from the possibility of some serious trouble from your servants, some of you could develop serious strains in your relations with your maternal relatives. You must not allow yourself to be swayed by anger and refuse to be provoked into any confrontation. This could go a long way in keeping you out of trouble. The family atmosphere would remain tension-ridden practically throughout the month. Pay special attention to children since their affairs might call for closer security, devoting more time and energy to this. Gemini Children Predictions. Nothing particularly favorable about the augury from the stars insofar as your children's prospects are concerned this month. the performance of most of them would remain below normal. However, those pursuing any practical trade or apprenticeship would do relatively better. In fact, most of them may display a higher order of skills than usual with their hands. This should be encouraged whenever possible. Further, there are chances that some of them would get into trouble with an elderly person, could be a family member resulting in unpleasant consequences. Parents should intervene to control things. Please subscribe the channel, and thanks for watching.